I was profoundly concerned and again shocked by this decision.
The public safety minister condemns the decision to move Paul Bernardo, but says he can't change it.
It is important to underline that under the law, this is an independent decision.
On Friday, news broke that the serial rapist and killer had already been transferred from this Ontario maximum security prison to a medium security one in Quebec. The families of Leslie Mahaffey and Kristen French feel re-victimized, says their lawyer.
Shock and disbelief. And then when they were able to catch their breath and compose themselves, they asked the obvious question: why? On what basis? What criteria? And when I told them that they would not answer that question because of his privacy rights, it was like putting a spike through their chest.
Politicians also panned the move.
I fully and totally understand how shocked and appalled so many Canadians are.
Mr. Bernardo is a monster and he belongs in maximum security.
From Ontario Premier Doug Ford, Paul Bernardo should rot in a maximum security prison for the rest of his miserable existence. Full stop. The Correctional Service of Canada now says the decision will be reviewed to ensure it was appropriate, evidence-based, and more importantly, adequately considered victims.
The fact that Corrections Canada, within days of making the decision, is already saying they're going to review it, to me is nothing other than a dodge. They know what their decision is. The review will be meaningless.
He says the failure to explain why Bernardo was moved is also bad for public faith in the justice system. The minister says Canadians are owed answers, but they won't come from him.
I think going forward it will be up to the Correctional Services of Canada to explain to Canadians exactly how these decisions are taken.
So, Catherine, I suppose now the question is, where does this go from here?
That's right, Adrienne. I mean, this review is happening, and beyond the question of why, there are other questions, like whether he's now going to be part of the general prison population or still mostly in solitary confinement. Now, there's obviously a lot of public pressure for this decision to be reversed, but we don't know how this will go. The Conservatives are pressing the idea that Marco Mendicino could get involved here and overturn this decision. The lawyer for the family says he's less concerned about how this happens, but he says he expects the government to do whatever it takes to get Bernardo back in a maximum security prison.
All right, Catherine Cullen in Ottawa, thank you.
You're welcome.